So the government has no real role in the issue of inequality. Let's think about what the purpose of government is to start. The purpose of government is to protect and defend individual rights. It is to protect us from crooks, from fraudsters. It's to protect us from criminals, and it's to protect us from armies that invade us from overseas or terrorists. It runs a judicial system to arbitrate disputes. But what the outcome is once you leave people free to pursue their own happiness, to pursue their own lives, once you leave the markets free for people to trade and negotiate and some people to maybe work hard, or some people to get lucky, or some people to be really, really smart and produce great stuff and make a lot of money, the government has no role to adjust or to change or to modify. And indeed, there's absolutely nothing wrong with inequality if it is a product of freedom, of the marketplace. So in a free society, people who make a lot of money because they're producing real values that somebody is willing to pay them for. Even in our society, when Steve Jobs makes a lot of money, it's because producing cool stuff that all of us want to buy and pay a lot of money for, and he makes a lot of money off of the fact that he's given us something that is incredibly valuable to us. So it's a win-win situation. Steve Jobs is richer. I'm better off having an iPhone and an iPad and all the other things that I have that are his. So in a free market, equality is a consequence of providing value, of creating value, of the genius of production, of the genius of the businessman to create value and to provide me with something that I didn't have before and that I'm willing to pay for. So there's no issue of inequality any more than there's an issue of inequality in basketball. I mean, yeah, there's inequality in basketball. I will never play as well as Michael Jordan. Is that a problem? No, that's just a fact of reality, and good for Michael Jordan for being such an amazing player and being so brilliant at it and practicing so hard and having the mental and the physical capabilities of being maybe the greatest basketball player of all time and making a lot of money as a consequence. That's fantastic. So why is this a problem when it comes to CEOs or when it comes to entrepreneurs and when it comes to technology people? There's going to be, or to finance people, there's going to be that inequality. The gray area becomes when we talk about the kind of economy we have today, which is a mixture of some freedom and a lot of government. And to the extent that people are making money through their relations with the government, through favors that the government is giving them, because the government is not just protecting individual rights today, it's intervening, it's violating rights on a massive scale. To the extent that people are getting rich because wealth is being reallocated from some people to other people, to the extent that people are making any kind of wealth as a consequence of government intervention, that's bad. But the solution is not to penalize those people. The solution is not to overload a whole other redistribution mechanism on top of the redistribution mechanism that exists today that is so distortive. The solution is to get government out of our lives. The solution is to get government out of the economy. The solution is a real separation between economics and state. The state has no role in our economic lives. And let freedom reign. And under freedom, again, there's nothing wrong. There's no problem. Indeed, there's a lot of virtue in the inequality that comes out of that. And it's not something we should apologize for. It's something we should celebrate, just that we celebrate the Michael Jordans of basketball. It's only the mixed economy that creates an ambiguity. And the thing to fight when you're fighting the mixed economy is to fight government intervention, not to fight the success, the wealthy, even if you think that the wealthy have achieved their gains not completely fairly through the marketplace. The solution is to get the government out of our lives, out of our economy, and to return to a government that is limited by the principle, by its one function, the principle of individual rights, the defense of individual rights.